Hi, this is Hank Will with Grit Magazine. We're back again today to learn more about raising happy, healthy chickens. With me is Dr. Mikkel Rader, a nutritionist with Purina Animal Nutrition. Mikkel, something our readers often struggle with is when they need to integrate new birds into an existing flock. What suggestions do you have on this topic?
Well, Hank, at some point, most chicken owners will need to expand their flock or replace birds that they've lost. But flocks of chickens form a tight-knit hierarchy, and in most cases, birds being introduced to the flock have to be slowly integrated to avoid severe pecking or bullying.
So what are the steps you'd suggest when doing this?
Well, first I'd recommend that all the new birds be similar in size to the existing birds, and you want to quarantine them away from your existing flock for at least 30 days. This will give you time to make sure that they are not diseased or harboring any parasites. Once you've done that, you can slowly start exposing the new birds to your existing flock, assuming they are all similar in size. You can do this in several ways depending on how many birds you're bringing in. If you're lucky and you have space, you can divide your coop and set up parallel runs so the birds can see and get used to each other on either side of the barrier.
What if you don't have that kind of space, or maybe you just have a few new birds?
Well, it's best if you can try to add a number of birds at a time, not just a few to an existing flock. If you only have a few new birds, you can put them in a large cage inside the coop or run to get the same effect as a parallel run. Just make sure they have access to food and water. After a couple of weeks of introduction, you can allow the birds to intermingle. There'll probably be some pecking and fighting. Just be sure to provide some hiding spots for those birds that are being picked on. In addition, you can provide flakes of hay or scratch grain or other objects for the hens to peck. Also, it's a good idea to set out multiple feed and water stations, as dominant birds like to guard them from the newcomers.
Thanks, Mikkel. That's good stuff.
You're welcome.
For more great tips on raising chickens, be sure to visit grit.com or purinamills.com/chicken-feed.